Recently on Twitter, XDefiant underscore comp said, "Who else can't wait for a abandon penalty coming to XDefiant? No more joining mid-match." And attached to this tweet was a screenshot of someone talking to Mark Rubin about abandon penalty, which I'll show now. Okay, so Slippery Gypsy says, "Sick of joining games that are nearly finished," and then Mark Rubin replies, "Me too. We're going to increase the penalty for leaving to be determined on when." Okay, so there's a couple of different things you can take away from this. One is assuming that this is going to be in a situation where it makes sense, like for ranked, for example, where if you leave a ranked game, you should be penalized. I agree, that makes sense. However, I like to always assume the worst because that's what gets views. So we're going to assume that this applies to the casual game modes too, where if you leave a casual game, you are then punished with a penalty, which would be very bad, and not just very bad, but extremely dumb. And I really want to talk about why that would be so dumb. Okay, the first thing that you need to realize about this is, let's say this applied to the casual playlists. That means that for whatever reason that you wanted to leave or needed to leave, you were penalized for it. And if you did so, you would obviously receive a penalty, which would force you to then continue playing in the game. Let's say, for example, you're playing in a casual playlist, there's a cheater on the other team. There's been quite a lot of cheaters in XDefiant recently. I personally haven't played against many. I've played against one this whole time, but I've seen people complaining about them all the time recently, so I don't know. But let's say you go against a cheater and then you go, "Damn, I don't really want to play in this lobby. I'm going to leave." And then you leave, and let's say you're banned for like 15 minutes or whatever it is. Like, dude, that sucks really hard, you know? That abandon penalty might be the difference between that player playing another couple of games and getting off for the night, which, you know, when you think about like a broader spectrum of players of who it may affect, you kind of realize that it really doesn't take that long of an abandon penalty for a player to get offline. So the queue times will increase massively with this because it will be less people queuing and even less people playing because of the punishment incurred to them by leaving. And to be honest, I don't think you need a reason as to why you would want to leave a game. If you want to leave a game for whatever reason, I think it's fine. If everyone on the enemy team is using the Vector and they're destroying you and you're not having a good time, leave. If you're in a lobby that's maybe too easy for you, I don't know why you would leave that, but if you want to leave, you can leave. Your team isn't playing the objective, you can leave. Your team is really, really struggling and you're getting completely destroyed and you have no chance of winning, leave. It doesn't matter. Like, it's a casual playlist full of casual players. There's no skill-based matchmaking. The queue times are very fast. There's no reason to win or to lose. It doesn't really matter. There's no real effect. So, therefore, leaving shouldn't be penalized. There is no reason as to why leaving should necessarily be a bad thing. It's about filtering players in and out. If you don't want to play in a certain lobby, you shouldn't have to be forced to play in a certain lobby. That's extremely stupid to force that onto a player base. Right, now let's look at an example where a game did do this and it ended horribly. Overwatch. Now, obviously all of you know I have a lot of time on that game, and I do not like it really that much anymore. I don't want this to be like a rant video again. It doesn't matter. All it matters is that in Overwatch, in Quick Play, the casual game mode, which by the way has a skill-based matchmaking and MMR system attached to it, which is extremely retarded, but it is what it is. If you joined a Quick Play game, and let's say, actually it doesn't matter why, let's say you get into that Quick Play game and for whatever reason you decide, "I'm going to leave." If you leave that game, then you are punished. You need to leave a couple of them. I think it's like 3 or 4 or something in your last 20 games. So if you leave like 3 out of your last 20, doesn't really matter in which order, you're punished with a cooldown where you can't queue the game anymore. So it doesn't matter why you might leave. But let's say you leave your quick play game and then you go, "Okay, I get back from whatever I was doing. Maybe I was gone for 5 minutes. You come back and you see that you're banned for 10 more minutes. You just have to sit there and wait until you can queue in the casual playlist." Now, here's the thing. Overwatch is a game that's highly affected by someone leaving or not participating because each player has a very specific dedicated role that they must adhere to. And if one team has one of those roles that you might not have, let's say for example one of your supports leave, then they've got 2 supports and your team has 1, and that's borderline impossible to come back from. So I get it. I can understand why you would want some sort of leaver penalty. But here's the thing. even in Overwatch, where it makes the most sense to have it, it is still really, really dumb. You are going into a casual playlist and then punished for doing something casual. For example, oh, I don't really like this map. Well, it's a good thing I'm not playing competitively, and I don't really want to learn this map. You know, I'm jumping on for 30 minutes before I gotta go back to work or whatever. I just want to play on one of the maps I enjoy. Maybe I don't want to play Numbani. I don't like Numbani. I'm just gonna leave and requeue. Oh shit, I left. I can't play the fucking game anymore. So, I have two options. Either play this dog shit ass map that I don't want to play, and have no fun at all, or I just leave and get a new game. This is why a leaver penalty doesn't make any sense in a casual playlist, but it does in ranked. For example, if you're competing in ranked and you go, I don't really like this map, and you leave, yeah, you should get penalized for that. That's not a good reason to leave a ranked game, because you're not competing. There's no competition at that point. But it's casual. It's a casual game mode. It doesn't matter if you win. It doesn't matter if you lose. None of it matters because it's casual. However, in Overwatch, that game has an MMR system in their quick play, which I already mentioned, but fuck, it's so dumb. It doesn't make any sense. So let's circle back to why it's really dumb in XDefiant, though, after I gave the Overwatch example. Is even in Overwatch, a game that it makes the most sense to have it, it's still dumb. Now, in XDefiant, each player basically does the exact same thing. There is no roles in this game. If you want to change faction, you can. If you want to change gun, you can. If you want to change how you're playing the game in terms of your playstyle, you can. You're not locked into anything in this game, which makes it even more dumb to add a leaver penalty to the game, because every player can fulfill every role. Plus, it's casual. For example, let's say I queue into Attica Heights. I don't really like that map all that much. Why should I get punished for leaving? It's fucking casual. Who cares? When my teammates leave, you know what I think? I think, wow, that's less opportunity for my team to take my kills. I literally don't care when my team leave in casual, because I don't give a shit if I win or I lose. The problem with leaver penalties in casual playlists like this is when you're dedicating a player base in order to staying into a game that they do not enjoy, you're forcing a potentially unenjoyable experience onto them, which will negatively impact their experience on the game, and either make it that they want to get off, or maybe they don't want to play anymore, or maybe they just want to incur the penalty and wait, and that means they're not playing and actively queuing in the game, which isn't populating the game anymore. Like, there is not a benefit to the adding leaver penalty. It doesn't make sense. All you're doing is forcing a potentially shit experience onto your players for no gain. Because what's going to happen in an XDefiant game is when my teammate leaves, it's no more than 15-20 seconds until another guy is in. And I get it. He might go, oh shit, the game is halfway done. I don't want to play in that. Well, guess what, dude? You can leave as well, because there's no penalty. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Just go, the game's halfway done. I don't really want to play in that. I'm going to leave and queue up a new one. And thank God there's no leaver penalty to where that player can do that. You know, let's say you're a dad and you're going to take care of your child and you're halfway through a game and you go, shit, alright, I just got to leave this game really fast and go do whatever I got to do for like 15 minutes. And you come back and you've got a fucking penalty where you then can't play anymore. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I cannot understand the thought process behind adding a leaver penalty to a casual playlist, because it decasualizes the experience. Instead of people playing it casually, then are then locked into an experience where they want to get it over with as fast as possible, which makes it not casual anymore, because they're either going to sweat as hard as possible in order to win, which is completely fine. You can do that if you want. You can do whatever you want in these casual playlists, because they're casual. But let's say, for example, you just want the game to get over with. You might AFK. You might go as hard as possible. You might go feed kills. You might just... It doesn't really matter. But that experience is far more negatively impacting the players in that lobby than the leaver would. And let's just circle back to the fact that it's fucking casual, and it doesn't matter if a player leaves, because at the end of the day, that player is leaving for whatever reason they may decide they want to leave for. Therefore, I think that's completely fine. They don't need a reason as to why they want to leave. They should just be able to leave if they want, and being punished for doing so makes the game less casual. It depopulates the casual game modes, because everyone's going to start playing it like it's ranked, and if people are playing it like it's ranked and they're going to get penalized for leaving, then less players are going to play the game. There's going to be less people queuing overall. There's going to be more people taking the game extremely seriously, and the game is going to get more boring. The leaver penalty incurs more issues than it solves, because let's say you're locked into a game and you're not allowed to leave anymore. Well, now like 4 players are just not having a good time at all. They all want to leave. They're not trying. And you're just stuck on a team with 4 idiots who are just like, I don't want to play anymore. They're using MP7s. I don't want to play. I'm going to cry. But if I leave, I'm going to get penalties. So I'm just going to go AFK. That is far fucking worse than my player, my teammate just going, you know what? I'm not really feeling this map. I don't really want to play against this faction. I don't really like the spider bot. I'm going to leave. We're getting stomped too hard. I'm going to leave. I'm not really doing too good right now. I'm going to leave. That is significantly better for everyone in the game, for that guy to just go, I'm leaving, I'm not feeling this, than it would be for him to go, wow, if I leave, I'm going to get punished. Guess I'm just AFK. Like, I do not think there was any thought process behind adding a leaver penalty to the casual playlist, and I hope they don't add it to the casual playlist, and they just add it to the ranked playlist. Because in the ranked playlist, it makes sense. In the casual playlist, it's really fucking dumb. Anyway, that really upset me. Goodbye. Mwah. I love you. Maybe I don't, actually. Maybe I'm lying to you, but I'm not. Goodbye.